The true haunted story of Alaska, the House of Lost Souls. The story begins in the winter of 1972, when a group of three adventurous explorers, Chris, Mark, and Sarah, decided to venture deep into the untamed wilderness of Alaska, known for its brutal climate and eerie folklore. They had no idea that this journey would lead them into a nightmare they could never escape. On the first day of their expedition, everything went as planned. But as night fell, strange noises began to echo through the forest. Sounds that couldn't be explained, heavy footsteps, and laughter that seemed to mock them from the depths of the dark. Sarah, who was sensitive to paranormal occurrences, felt something was wrong and urged the group to turn back. But Chris and Mark, more skeptical and relying on logic, dismissed it as the sounds of wildlife. However, as the night grew darker, a dilapidated house suddenly appeared in the middle of the forest. The faint glow from their flashlights barely illuminated its decaying walls, while the dusty windows seemed to hide terrible secrets. Despite the ominous feeling in the air, Sarah, drawn by her curiosity, couldn't resist the urge to enter. As soon as she stepped inside, a cold wind sliced through the air, making her shiver. The door slammed shut behind her, not by the wind, but as if an invisible hand had forced it closed. Suddenly, they heard a creepy laugh coming from the far corner of the house. A raspy voice, as if from another world, whispered, "You do not belong here. You will never leave." Chris and Mark rushed in to find Sarah, but she had vanished. The house was empty, except for an overwhelming darkness. Strange, invisible forces began to tug at them, and they heard footsteps that weren't theirs. The air grew heavier with each passing second. The house around them started to distort. The walls began to bleed, not from cracks, but as if the house itself was seeping blood, absorbing the suffering of the souls trapped within. Suddenly, a figure emerged from the shadows. It was Sarah, but not the Sarah they knew. Her eyes were blank, pure white, as if her body had been overtaken by something far more sinister. She spoke, her voice hollow, "I died here, and you will be next." In an instant, the house erupted in blue flames that didn't burn with heat, but with an unnatural coldness. The flames flickered in eerie patterns, and the walls became alive with spirits, twisted faces of souls who had perished within those cursed walls, their eyes full of malice, dragging them into the darkness, their cold hands clutching them, paralyzing them with fear. When they finally regained consciousness, they found themselves outside, but they were not in the real world anymore. They had become part of the haunted house itself, trapped forever in the realm of lost souls. Thank you for reading this terrifying tale. If you enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more spine-chilling stories from around the world.